Here we are in the dog days of summer as Eric Francis joins us here in Calgary. But of course, the landscape, the city landscape behind us, and the landscape could be changing in terms of a new deal, Eric. There is some discussion at this point about potentially an agreement between the city and the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, and this for the last year and a half has gone deathly silent, and that's been a good thing, where the two sides, the city council, a committee formed just to try and get this arena deal done, and the Calgary Flames ownership group have been working behind closed doors to get a deal done. And at a time when this city could really use a shot in the arm economically, it looks like they've got the framework together for a deal which would see an arena, an event complex, whatever you want to call it, come to this city. And that's great news for Calgary Flames fans.
Yeah, maybe some of those details and what you're hearing about what the discussion is going to pertain to, and maybe even a little sense of the timeline.
So on Monday, City Council it's on their agenda, and they're going to go public with some of the framework. And then after that, all of this would be subject to a City Council vote. And at that point in time, then we would have cause for celebration in this city. But until then, the details will have to come out. It's going to be under $600 million for the arena, and it's going to be heavily funded by the Calgary Flames ownership group. That's not news to anybody. We knew that if a deal was going to happen, it would have to come via the pockets of ownership. But I can tell you that a significant amount of the money is coming from this ownership group, significantly more, incrementally more than what Daryl Cates, the owner of the Edmonton Oilers Group, paid to get a building built in Edmonton. And that's something that I think that was a bit of a benchmark, and I know Flames owners would have loved to have signed a deal like Daryl Cates did. They weren't able to, but they feel like it's worth investing in this city and in this building a significant amount of money.
Look into your crystal ball if you could, and more on that timeline topic. When would you project potentially a shovel in the ground for this new arena?
I don't think it would be out of the question that you'd see in the springtime some dirt being moved. And, of course, for those who are unfamiliar, the site of the arena will be a couple hundred yards away from the current Saddle Dome. This is not the dream location that ownership had on the west side of the city. It's in the East Village, and it's going to be the linchpin for a whole entertainment district based right around where the current dome is. So I could see that shovel being in the ground as early as the spring.
It has been relatively quiet from both sides on this topic, which seems to be a positive considering how it went down this road in the past, where it did get public and it kind of stalled at that point. We will keep you posted on these developments, as Monday seems to be the next chapter in this ongoing story.